Okay, everyone. I wanted to welcome everyone that's new to the room and want to express to you how excited I am about this process. And I think that you will be as well when you see how we're approaching the market. What is exciting about this process to me, and quite frankly, I'm amazed by it every time I see it. I feel like I can never get bored of it. And I think that many of you will find the same to be true. So I want to explain some fundamentals here for people that are new to this process, completely new to this process, because it could certainly feel pretty daunting if you've never done this before. And I think that there's a lot of, I want to say that there's a lot of probably thought processes out there that make you feel that you need to know math and you need to know this and you need to know that, and these are really not accurate assumptions. So I'm gonna just get in with the process here, with those comments, and you'll see where they fit as we move along here. Up here we have the year time frame, and over here we have the monthly time frame, and over here we have the weekly time frame, and over here we have the daily time frame. And what I'm looking at is the supports of each time frame and the resistances. So whatever I'm doing on this chart, you could just simply apply, moving from left to right, the same thing. And what we're looking for is those areas to be reached, and then you have the step one of 4 processes, very simple processes, completed. There's 2 areas in between those 2 points that I'm interested in. One is at the 40% retracement area, which in this case is going to be roughly right there, and the next one will be right about there. And all that is to indicate to you that there's a discount being offered at that price level, and or that price level, and or this price level. And then of course the high is to indicate that the price could be conceivably too high. It's not that it can't go up past that point, but it's just letting you know that you could be conceivably reaching resistance. And that holds true the higher the time frame. If we're talking about a year time frame versus a month, or a month time frame versus a week, or a day time frame versus a week. And then all of these charts up top are based primarily on the past, and that's what their purpose is. We're not so much interested in the current bar, because we have those down here on the fib cans, and that will give you the current bar and its measurements, and it gives you a floating percentage here to the right of the cans, to the right side of the cans on each one of these time frames. The day just started out, that's why there's not one popping up there right now. And you have, of course, the resistance points up at the top of the cans, and then you have the support points down here, and then you have your 60% retracements here on each can, and then you have the 40% retracements on each can. Now, the explanation of why one is pink or magenta versus why is one green. Here's how that works. You have the open price of a can. If the price goes below that open price, your measurement is from open to low. As you proceed off of that low back up again, that's called retracement back up. Conversely, on this can here, the weekly can, you have the open here. And because you are above the open, it's green. So you go from open to high, and then you have the retracement back off the high to 40% and then to 60%. And that's why the liquid in the can, and the liquid in the can is the price, is green. So if you're above the open, it's green. If you're below the open, it's magenta. And if it's magenta, the retracement is going from low to wherever you retrace to. If it's above the open and you hit the high and you pull back, that's retracement back down toward the open. And so that really explains that. What I am classifying, let me just do this here. In each one of these time frames, the year, the week, the month, is, I consider the year, the week, the year, the month, the week, the day, whether we're looking at past or present, and present is
it's 12
these cans
o'clock
down here, and I just put a big old circle on them, are the present time frames for each of those time periods. And the top is also present, but it's past that we're primarily interested in. I refer to that as the macro picture, the big picture. Then we have these two charts here. This is measuring the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, the Russell Small Cap 2000 companies, and the Dow 30 blue chip companies. And each one of these bars on this time frame is representation of a 30-minute bar. 30-minute bar. Whereas this is a representation of the day, the week, the month, the year. Each one of these candles here, or bars, are 30 minutes. Over here, to the right of that, each one of these little individual candles is based on 1 minute. So each one of these little tiny candles here is 1 minute of time. So you have 1 minute of time, 30 minutes of time, a day, a week, a month, a year. The year before, the month before, the week before, and the day before. In each one of these time frames, you have a support and resistance. The support is always the low, and the resistance is always the high. So you have a support, a resistance, a support, a resistance, a support, a resistance, a support, a resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance. On the 30-minute time frame, you also have the same thing. And let me get this on here. Sorry about that, guys. You have a support and a resistance. And then down here, I don't put the lines on there, but you get the point. And then even on the 1 minute time frame, each one of these 1 minute bars has a support and a resistance. Now they're kind of meaningless on that time frame, not totally, but they're relatively meaningless. And the shorter the time frame you go, the less. And we're going to pause this segment of the video and go to the next.